What do you guys think of the beat, though? What do you guys think I should add? Add a little swing. What's going on, man? Where's my snare at? How did I do that? Quite simple, bro. This is my bass right here. I send my bass to the mixer. Bass. This is a kick. This is the kick right here. I didn't want to type it in, but I'll type it in, kick. So you see bass, kick. On your bass, you add a fruity parametric EQ. Giving you the sauce, but whatever. And then I added this. Let me go in a little. Can't see it. So that's what I added. And then I sidechain it, pretty much. So what you do is you go to like the EQ, you click on wherever you're trying to sidechain, whatever frequency you're trying to sidechain. Obviously it's the bass, so you want the kick to duck in a way, you know what I mean? Can't explain this in it. I don't really like, I'm not good at explaining it, but this is what I did. So I clicked on here, link controller. This shows up. And I go right here, click on that. I'm giving the sauce, but whatever. And go over here. You click on the input, inverted, right here. Click on that, and then pretty much press accept at the bottom. And that's how you get your kicks hidden, bro. I ain't no hater, so you could take the sauce though. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm just doing a light mixing. Most people won't really want to show you this shit. You'd have to just go on your own. But I ain't no hater, bro. We all learn from each other. So it is what it is. Can't see. Okay. But yeah, now my kick is pretty much sidechain to the bass. And that's it. See the kick? The bass? The bass is literally, when this goes down, it's pretty much ducking the kick. So on the bass, so then you hear more of the bass. That's how you get the bass hidden at a certain. I'm not good at explaining this, but yeah, that's the sauce though. I'll show you the next trick. All right, snare. This is what a lot of big producers do. No cap. So on your snare, you go into the parametric EQ, just like the regular one. This one right here. And then, just to spice up the snare a little, you go to Metro Boomin uses this fucking, what's his name? A lot of big producers, Michael, all these guys use this shit. Because it's a snare, obviously. You go to, it's kind of hard to explain this shit. But you go to the snare drum enhancer, click on that. So now your snare is gonna, you hear the difference? Snare is hidden when I put it on. Slap it. But one thing you gotta do is make sure when you put it on, don't just, oh, it's a preset, oh. You gotta actually adjust it. So sometimes if you put it on, maybe it's too much. Maybe it's just a little bit too much for the snare, because it just depends on the drums you're working with. So you go over here and you just turn it down. You know what I mean? Just add a little, whatever it's calling for, whatever the feel is. And then obviously, you know what I mean? But for example, I like to label this shit, but it is what it is. But this is a snare anyways. I'll label it. Let me label it. So now I soloed the snare, so you're just gonna hear the snare. So without it, it's like that. With it, we turn it up. See, so you gotta adjust it. Adjust it on the side right here. Adjust it. So if it's calling for 30%, 40%, I'll leave it at 45 right now. Because I'm still gonna mix it properly. But add some reverb. I mean, add some reverb. Then you gotta adjust it right here. If it's too wet, turn it down a little. I mean, and then over here you go to the side and you turn it down a little bit more. Turn it off and then work your way up. But it's obviously not set properly. But that's why I say you gotta go right here and adjust the setting. If it's too dry, you know what I mean, turn it down. If it's too wet, if you need it to be wet, turn it up. If it's too dry, you know what I mean? Just gotta adjust it. Yeah, you don't need to overdo this shit. Well, that's another trick. But this parametric EQ right here, man, if you guys ain't using this shit, you guys are missing out, man. I'm telling you, this thing right here is all of the top producers right now, like big producers that produce all these songs, they use this. It's a stock plugin, but don't underestimate this plugin right here. This plugin right here is like, cause you could use it on hi-hats, you could use it on bass. There's a lot of things you can use this shit on. This shit is like amazing. But I'm just doing like a rough run through, cause usually I don't like, I'm gonna come back and like tweak mix this properly. So let me go to my hi-hats. I think this is it. Cause it's like this kind of beat is more like a sample. I didn't want the hi-hats to be too like complicated. I just wanted it to be like old school, like kind of feel. So this is my hi-hats. A trick is the same shit I just told you. I'm telling you, this shit, a lot of people are not gonna show you, man. So it's kind of crazy. I'm just showing the sauce, but whatever. You know what I mean? So use the same thing right here. Same parametric EQ. Just to get those hi-hats feeling a bit more alive. You know what I mean? Bringing the life to it. Simple things like this. Because you don't really need to do too much when it comes to mixing drums. And I adjusted it over here on the side. It was a little bit too much. Yeah, these hi-hats are simple, so you might just think like, you might feel like, oh, should have did more with the hi-hats. But when you're working with a sample beat, you don't need to, I don't like to like overcomplicate shit. Like, I like to just make it almost like a 90s kind of like hi-hat kind of vibe. But yeah, man, there's more stuff I could do and show you. There's tons of more tricks I could show you. But that's some sauce you gotta take with you and just try to remember it. And side chaining is like important too if you want your kicks to hit. Sometimes you feel like your kicks are flat. Side chaining is, you know what I mean? That's one of those things that you just have to add. Sometimes you might even feel like, yo, the kicks are hard. But when you listen to it on the speakers, it's not translating because you got the bass now taking, like, I don't know how to explain it in a good way, but the bass is covering up certain frequencies of the kick, so now it just sounds muddy, but you can't really tell unless you're like, you listen to like this shit on like some really good speakers. But that's why you got the sidechain, because sidechaining, it ducks it in certain frequencies. When the kicks, you know what I mean? You just do your research. There's people out there that explain it better than me, but that's all I gotta say. But yeah, man, I didn't even see. Okay, complicated thing. Okay, yeah, bro, don't overcomplicate it, bro. Cause sometimes you'll feel like, yo, I need to do this, need to do that. Just keep it simple, honestly. If it's not asking for too much, then don't overcomplicate it. Cause sometimes we as producers or artists, we like just overdo things. Like, bro, like listen to the classic songs, you'd be like, yo, all these classic songs, they're not even, it's like shit that when you listen to, you'll be like, yo, this shit ain't even that complicated when you really take it in. But yeah, man. And like shit like this, like I add a little swing in the corner right here. You can't really see, but yeah, you add a little swing right here, tiny bit. Don't add too much, cause when you add this right here, this thing, a little swing, pretty much it makes your drums feel like it's real, like someone's actually playing a drum set. Cause we're just programming all these, like producers, we're just programming all the sounds, right? So when you add the swing, it just gives that real feel. So that's one of those things you gotta like keep in mind whenever you're doing it. Always add a little swing to make your drums feel a bit more real and not like robot. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I got a lot of gems. Maybe I should do some videos and just like upload some shit, just showing people some shit. But there's so much videos out there that I'm like, yeah, I'm not even bothering with that shit. I'd rather just make a beat and showcase. Oh, respect, bro. Yeah, man, like, I wish I could even see like what kind of stuff you're working on. I might check your channel out. If you have anything up, I'll check it out. See what you're working on. But yeah, I'm gonna finish mixing this properly, but because usually I'm a better mixer when I'm not like focus on talking and then holding the phone in my hand and mixing and trying to like focus on what sounds good. But this is the beat I made, so I was just trying to do some quick run through mixing. But yeah. Yeah, man, definitely send me some of your stuff. If you have a link, check out your stuff, man. Like even that's the thing too. Everything right now, I haven't even touched none of these right here. So once I'm finished with mixing it, and I actually adjust the faders a bit. That's one thing I do. But you know what I mean? Just keep it up. Shit, what else was I gonna do? I sidetracked for a second. Yeah, even the bass I gotta work on too. I gotta adjust the bass, fix it up. Anyways, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys in the chat. Yeah, man, shout out to everyone that was tuned in or checking out this stream. I'll come back on, I don't know when, but I'll pop in again. But take care, yo.